Welcome to Nerd Rage, your weekly source of all things pop culture. Today I'm joined by my buddy Kevin Beckvar.
What's up? So, today we decided to talk about Netflix, and only Netflix, because it's a big thing right now in our lives. We both recently watched a movie we enjoyed, and it's called Bright with Will Smith and Joel Edgerton.
Amazing.
Yep. So, how do you feel?
I was pleasantly surprised because watching the trailer of this one, the whole ferry scene, I was like, what? The first teaser trailer I saw, I was real excited. Yeah. Then I saw the ferry thing and I was like, ooh, that does not
I was
look
like,
great.
what is going on? Yeah.
And then after watching it, I was pleasantly surprised. It was amazing, honestly.
Yep. Yeah, it was cool. It was definitely original. Nothing that's on Netflix. It's, I would say, Game of Thrones meets Harry Potter meets End of Watch.
Yeah, that's a pretty good synopsis. Training Day in there.
Yep, some Training Day.
Well, how'd you buy Will Smith? What'd you think of his performance in this one?
It was good. And this is weird, but I was like watching it and I was just like, this fool's 49 years old? He has good skin, man. That's all I'm going to say. He's got good skin, dude. I like that guy. He does not look 49 years old.
I did notice his hair look abnormally black, though.
Oh, he dyed it because he has gray hair.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely looked like abnormally black. But he did a terrific job as
awesome.
our quasi Denzel. Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought the only thing that was kind of weird is how it was a strength, but it's also its biggest drawback. They created such a rich world that I wanted to know so much more about, but they don't really explain much because the story really wasn't about that. Which is cool, but it's also like I just wanted to know so much more about this immersed world that they put us in, you know?
I mean, they kind of talk about it. It's just like, yeah, these people are rich, they do their things. I almost look at it as maybe like, could you consider it like an Illuminati? Almost like these people are rich, like, but we don't know how they're what's going on, but they're all elves, you know?
Elves, yeah, they
weird.
came in and were basically running things, but they didn't really tell us much about that. And they were really ambiguous about the elf FBI agent. You really didn't know the whole time what his thing was about, but, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely, there's spoilers, by the way.
Yes, definitely spoilers.
So we'll put that on the title.
Yes,
so you know.
That will be in there.
So it was good.
How'd you feel about the agenda that was clearly being pushed here?
Yeah. At first, I was like, the whole racial undertone, it started off strong with it, I thought, and I was just like, all right, one of these movies, okay, but visually I was so stimulated that I was like, all right, this is cool, and of course they're gonna star Will Smith, but it was, it's not like your everyday, like there's plenty of movies about, race and the race war between police, but this just took it to a whole artistic different level that was unbelievable. It was cool. Yeah,
you're almost able to detach yourself more and see the funny more because it was orcs, you know what I mean, and not a race of people. That kind of helped, but it applies obviously across the board. I thought the orcs were pretty interesting. Like, I wanted to know more about them, the whole blooding and the packs. I wanted to know so much about that. They were just so interesting, and we got some, but not much. What do you think about the payoff? Do you think it ended well?
See, I personally thought it ended pretty good. Maybe open it up for another one, for sure, because, just how they ended was just awesome. I mean, there's so much magic in this. It's so fantasy, but it's, it took 3-4 genres and put it together, and it was awesome.
Netflix is killing it with the mashup original stuff right now.
Yeah, that movie. And did you notice, like, the orcs, like, the main orc, his throne was just a bunch of deer antlers and elk antlers just built into the throne.
I didn't notice that.
So rad, dude.
What happened with his son, by the way? That was something that kind of bothered me, probably more than it should. But the fact that he tells the guy, "I saved your son's life," but then he still decides to kill him anyways.
Yeah.
Why? And was the son? Was it shameful?
Principle alone, His son hasn't been blooded. He has. It's his obligated, I feel, duty to kill this person, not his son's, because he hasn't been blooded yet.
Okay, but I didn't. It's hard to read emotions through the masks, obviously. You know what I mean? The prosthetic. So it was weird because the whole time the moment's happening, I was thinking, like, okay, is this a shame moment? Is he ashamed of his son, or is it like, no, you can't kill him because it's our tradition that he saved your life, like a life debt type thing? Or you can't be here now? Is he like, okay, later you're gonna get brought in and blooded, or is it you failed it?
I don't think he failed. He just go home, and I just felt like that's like you're not ready yet. I don't think it's his son. You're just not ready yet, so you got to go home for this part because you're not part of this right now.
Okay.
And I don't know. And his son was emotional. He was all mopey kind of the whole time, but yeah, man, Joel Edgerton just killed it as an orc, dude. I freaking loved him. He was great, man. The cast was cool, and was it the Magic Feds? They were a little weird.
Yeah, they were a little almost Lord of the Ringsy. I like something you told me before when we were talking was that the director of this one was the director of Suicide Squad, so this is a huge step up from that because that was terrible. This is better. There's some cheesy magic in it, but I feel like this one I could overlook it because it was so original. The story was so good. I was just didn't expect it from this one, and it came out and surprised me. It's worth a watch for sure. Yeah,
he's directed some amazing movies, so. I mean, Suicide Squad, I had such high expectations because of his previous movies with Fury and End of Watch and stuff, and I was really let down, but this really brightened the mood, you know what I'm saying?
Puns.
Oh, man.
Alright, so next we're going to go into Kevin's going to go through... Alright, so next Kevin's going to go over his top 5 movies that you need to watch right now on Netflix, and then after that I'm going to do my top 5 shows you need to watch on Netflix.
Alright, so first off, this has been on for a while, about 8-9 months, but it's called iBoy, and it was cool. It has the girl that plays Arya Stark in Game of Thrones. It's this dude, he gets injured, I won't give anything away, and ends up he can start hearing people's reception of their cell phones and hearing people's conversations, and that helps solve crimes and vigilante stuff. But interesting, really cool. Called iBoy, fitting name. So yeah, and the next movie I'm going to talk about is with Ryan Reynolds. It's called Voices. He's pretty much the main character besides a girl. He hears voices, talks to his dog and cat, talk to him all the time. His cat's like complete asshole. Always just super freaking vulgar to him, just mean. The dog's kind of like, his best friend. But he just talks to him, he accidentally does something, and it just gets beyond twisted from there. It's just chopped up body stuff. Cool, crazy, interesting movie. So I like that. Next movie is with Kim Coates from Sons of Anarchy, and it is called Officer Down. Super rad movie. About this cop who uses other people's brains for his brain. He's like almost built like that, like robotic but actual real human parts.
Amazing.
Yeah, super cool. Gun-toting nuns, crazy shit. For fans like Kung Fury, it's definitely a must-watch if you want to just have fun. It's super cool.
Kung Fury was amazing.
Yeah, Kung Fury is one of the best things ever. Best half hour of my life, probably. Besides my kids, family, and all that stuff. But film best half hour of my life.
Let's be honest, Kung Fury's the best.
Nah, I know Kung Fury's pretty dope, but next movie, it's new. It's a Christmassy movie called Pottersville. It's with Ron Perlman and Michael Zod from Man of Steel. I'm brain farting right now. Cool. Town's off the map, and all of a sudden he accidentally gets drunk, dresses up like a weird gorilla. People think they spot Bigfoot. Brings a lot of attention to the town. A lot of Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Cool. Super rad. And the last one is I Don't Feel Alone, or I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. It's with Elijah Wood. He has a rat tail. Super tight. Weird plots, whatever, but it's called a lot like Cold in July, which it's not on my top 5, but if you haven't watched Cold in July, dope movie.
Watch it.
Yeah, super cool. Good score, 80s score, like John Carpenter feel to it. It was really rad. So yeah, it was like that, just really weird. And those are my 5 movies, and Paul's going to take away right now with these 5 TV shows you must watch on Netflix.
Top 5 TV shows you need to watch on Netflix right now. Number 1, we're starting off with a hidden gem, American Vandal. It is amazing. It's a true crime documentary shot. It's like a mockumentary. I guess it would be a true crime mockumentary. Is that a first one?
True crime mockumentary. Yeah, definitely.
About 27 penises are spray painted on 27 cars in a high school parking lot, and they have to get to the bottom of it. They have to find out. It's a documentary trying to figure out who sprayed these dicks. There's a main character is the YouTube guy. Can't remember his name. Did an amazing job in the film. He was super believable, charismatic, funny. Everyone's kind of pinning it on him because he was kind of a stoner, lame kid,
Who drew dicks on everything.
Yes, he was a known dick drawer.
Known dick
drawer, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have not watched that, give it a watch. I promise you, after like 2 episodes, you'll be hooked. I actually most of the time, true crime documentaries, I get about halfway through and then I'm like, I don't really care who did it anymore. I just don't care. This one kept me going till the end, and it was interesting. Good payoff.
How to Make a Murderer, but
right.
with dick and fart jokes with a stoner kid.
Exactly.
Awesome.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Definitely give that a
Comes out with ball hair. That's all I gotta say.
Give that a watch. Second one, we're going to go with Ozark, which is Jason Bateman in a very serious role, playing like an accountant type guy who does some accounting for the drug cartel. Things go awry, his family gets involved. It's really good, really dark. It feels tense the entire time. You feel the pressure. They do a really good job of portraying the pressure of him having to perform for these people. So yeah, that was great. Give that a watch for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Second, we are going to go with Big Mouth. Big Mouth is amazing. It's an adult animated cartoon. Something kind of new for Netflix, right? They did do F is for Family.
Yeah. That was vulgar. Bill Burr.
Yeah, which, by the way, is also pretty good. So check that
super
out.
good. Super good.
But Big Mouth is pretty good, and it has some good, awkward humor about the human body and coming into hormones and stuff. It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty vulgar.
You have some kids.
Do not let your kids watch.
Yes, no, definitely do not. It has some hormone monsters that follow these kids around. It's basically their puberty manifested into a creature that's always plaguing them through their high school life. Leads to some embarrassing moments. It's hilarious. Definitely give that a watch. Amazing show. Next, this one's gonna seem pretty obvious for number 4. I mean, if you haven't watched this, I don't even know what you're doing watching our video. You don't watch TV or shows clearly. Stranger Things. Things. Amazing. About some kids. I mean, how do you even explain this one? About some kids who stumble upon a dimension and there's a creature and the government's involved and local police officers, and it's really good. It's a horror 80s mashup
thriller. Yeah, it's E.T. meets
The Thing in a way.
The Thing for sure.
Yeah, the creature
meets every other 80s movie put together. It's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, second season came out recently, which was amazing.
Yeah, super
really good. Definitely give that a watch. If you haven't seen it, like I said, you're crazy. You're really missing out. Go watch it right now. And we're going to end it off with number 5, which is going to be Mindhunter. Mindhunter is amazing. It's about the FBI wing starting to really take serial killers seriously and look into their minds and, look at them beyond just criminals who are born bad to do born things, and really trying to figure out the psychology of it. It's really good. Portrays some actual serial killers, and one portrayal in particular is phenomenal. Seriously phenomenal. I actually watched the real interviews and matched them up to his, and it was crazy how much this guy nailed it. Yeah, I think if I'm being honest, the ending fell off just a little bit for me. It almost felt like they didn't know how to end it, so they kind of threw a weird episode at you. But it's definitely good, and I'm definitely excited for what they're building for. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So keep your eyes open.
60s, is it?
Is it 60s or 70s?
60s.
Yeah, 60s.
And they created the word serial killer in the show.
Right.
It's when they were started. It was, I forgot what it was called before that. Before serial killer
Sequence
became
killer.
Yeah, sequence killer.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. Definitely worth a watch. So check it out. And then we have an honorable mention. This is something that didn't make it on either one of our lists, but is too good not to talk about. Could be a movie, could be a show, but we just have to mention it because it's just too good, and we'd be doing you a disservice not doing it.
Yep.
So, who do we got, Kevin?
So What Happened to Monday? Yeah.
Such a good one.
So good.
Amazing. So what'd you think of it?
It was interesting. It's such a weird concept, but when you think about it, you're like, we're not far from that, kind of concept. And it was crazy. Yeah, really good. We don't want to give away anything, but it's just about these 7 girls named after each day of the week, and talk about it more. What do you?
It's all right. So it's about it's in the future where the government has banned multiple pregnancies because a disease is spreading around that's causing people to have quintuplets and everything, and overpopulation has caused a problem. So basically they've narrowed everyone down, kind of like China did, to one kid. You get one kid. And so this is about, what is it? What's 7 called? Quintuple? I don't even know. 7 twins, septuplets, born, kept in secrecy. They're named after each day of the week. Each one can go out one time a week. Super cool, interesting premise and concept.
The amount they have to go through to make it work is just insane.
Yeah.
They're hiding them, basically.
Right. They're hiding from the authorities because you can only have the one. So luckily they're all identical. Imagine if it was a boy, he would have got cut.
It was insane.
Yeah. But something happens to one of them, and so then they have to figure out what happened to it. She just doesn't come home one day. So now there's two that have to be out in the world, you know? So really interesting, really good. Definitely give it a watch.
Yep.
So we're going to end it off with some Black Mirror hype. Black Mirror.
Yeah.
So good, so good. Have to watch it. If you haven't seen it, watch it right now. We are waiting tonight, actually. The 4th season comes out.
Yeah,
how hyped are you?
6 episodes. I'm like, do I binge watch it? No, I don't know. Should I just watch it 6 times? You know, I'm not sure. I'm hyped. You know, the show's been. Twilight Zone's one of my favorite series of all time, and this is just futuristic Twilight Zone, and it's it's really good. It's been 100% awesome to me. So
yeah, it's been amazing. I think the first season was one of the strongest. I actually think.
Oh yeah,
I still think the first episode. Honestly,
a lot of people hated that and they never went further. I'm like, it was awesome.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So dark, so twisted. Just really questioning and making you think about the weird things in society. Looking at things from different angles. Looking at possible outcomes of if we trend in certain directions, what could happen. The new episode. I'm so excited. I don't know if I might not sleep tonight. I might just watch them all.
I know. And they're probably, I'm guessing, 50 minutes to an hour each one. So
yeah,
it's going to be...
I'm watching the first one for sure tonight.
It's just so quick from the last episode. You know, every season was like 2-year gap, it seemed like. And there were only 3 episodes per season. I'm really scared that, like, they won't write it, do it justice,
I get what you're saying.
With
they
the
didn't have
time
the
frame.
quality time that they had before.
Yeah, but I'm really hoping they still repeat the same actors they kind of have. Yeah, it's kind of like I guess American Horror Story. They use the same actors every season basically, but this is every episode. They switch out, but
do they? Have they used multiple actors?
Yeah. They've used like a few, like the dude who plays Hux in Star Wars.
He's in it twice.
Yeah, he's in
it
it twice.
The regrown husband, but what was the other one?
I'm trying to think.
Huh.
Yeah, I think he was in the first season.
But yeah, super excited for that to come out. That's gonna be
sick. Yeah, stay tuned to talk about that.
Yes, Woo! Yes, we'll definitely do reviews on each episode as we watch them, which we will probably be doing tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Hit the little thumbs up button. Let us know. Let us know in the comments what you think. If you've seen this stuff, what do you guys think about it? Do you have any movies we didn't mention that you want to hear us talk about? Go ahead and mention that below. Stay tuned because we're going to keep creating content, keep covering movies. We're going to stay here and watch all the movies so you don't have to watch all the garbage. We'll do it for you.
Yep.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Later.